Hey guys, just want to kick things off by saying this is not a monetized video. There are going to be no ads on this, and this is just my own personal tribute to Satoru Iwata. That said, here are my top 5 things that I'm thankful to Iwata for.
Number 5. Kirby.
A couple of years ago I suffered a work-related injury that left me incapacitated for a couple of weeks. Now as you can imagine, it's quite depressing being bedridden for hours at a time, so I decided to pick up a game that was cheerful as anything. I found it in the form of Kirby's Epic Yarn. Now I know the game is easy, and for some of you who are in the awkward transitional phase who think if it's not an FPS it's not cool, you might think it's for babies, but it is undeniably fun. Whilst now we have Masahiro Sakurai to thank for creating the Kirby character, it was Iwata's idea to make the game for beginners, and he oversaw Kirby's Dreamland throughout its developmental process. Iwata seems to have retained this soft spot for the little pink bastard, greenlighting 23 games up until his death. So if I ever have a bad day, or just want some mindless fun, I know what I'll play. Number 4. Pokemon Stadium. Now Pokemon Stadium is one of those games that I was never that into as a kid. I mean, I love the mini games for sure, but just ploughing through the battles never interested me, because I have my version of Pokemon Red to do that. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, the 3D graphics are amazing, but as a kid, the novelty wore off very fast. That's not to say as I got older my interest in Stadium and the elusive PAL version of Stadium 2 didn't peak, especially Iwata's involvement. Iwata, who was the president of HAL at the time, reverse engineered the red and blue battle system without any help from designers, and turned around a working version of Pokemon Stadium within just a week. Shigeki Muramoto of Game Freak, who created the initial battle system, was quoted as saying, "I created that battle program, and it took a really long time to put together. But when I heard that Iwata-san had been able to port it over in about a week, and that it was already working, well, I thought, what kind of a company president is this?" Number 3. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Oh god, the memories. And I'm not just talking about leaving my GameCube on for 20 hours, something I'm not going to. No, Super Smash Bros. Melee was a turning point in my life as a gamer, for the multiplayer alone. I mean, sure, I'd had Pokemon Link battles before, and I had the occasional 2-player GoldenEye match, but we organised tournaments at each other's houses, and none of this would have been possible without Iwata. This one needs a bit of backstory. Sakurai came to Iwata in 1998 with a prototype for a 4-player fighting game called Dragon King the Fighting Game. Iwata liked the concept and helped to develop the project further until Sakurai hit on the idea of using Nintendo characters. Iwata's involvement in the Smash Bros series became even more prolific when in 2001 Melee almost didn't make the release date as it was riddled with programming errors. Iwata took it upon himself to go back to HAL and take charge of debugging. Within a 3-week turnaround, Melee made the release date. Number 2. Pokemon Gold and Silver. The Pokemon franchise is one of my favourites of all time, and whilst I think new games hold up to the current market, you just can't beat the charm of the originals. Pokemon Gold and Silver took everything the originals did and just did it better. The graphics were amazing, the music was beautiful, and the battles were immense. Except from Whitney. And that goddamn Miltank. If you ever want to hear what it sounds like when a phone call interrupts filming, there you go. Let's ask this telemarketer right now. Hi. Yeah, no, this is Mr. James. Yeah, no, I got 5 minutes. I'm not busy. But is it okay if I just ask you a question first? Yeah, thank you. Is your refrigerator running? Is your refrigerator running? Well, I think you better go catch it. I am so sorry, that is the best I could come up with on the spot. Back to Gold and Silver, the thing that really blew my mind was once you completed the game, there was a whole other game to complete! During the struggle to compress the Johto region into the Gold and Silver games, Iwata wrote compression software that not only allowed the developers to do this, but to compress the entire Kanto region into the same game. This still remains one of the greatest feats in video game history, and personally, 9-year-old me thanks you immensely, Iwata. Number 1. Pay cut. When sales of the Wii U slumped, Iwata personally halved his salary to protect his employees. You wouldn't get that from any other CEO. Iwata truly loved his craft, and he will be sorely missed. Rest in peace, Satoru Iwata. Thanks for watching, and happy gaming.